Hello and welcome to Styx. We're on the testing branch. We're doing more 3K, 4v4, ST1A, ST2 OSP. We jumped down here with the ANS fleet. They're just moving out on the map, so we got plenty of time to go through these fleets, even though Styx is kind of a brawly, close-in map. I think we're going through these pretty quickly. Chibi's got a 450 rail Axford, or what is this thing? Big Fucker Solomon? He's also got a Sarissa Lockvet. Pretty silly. The music is still too loud. There we go, that's a little better. Espresso, 1 voxel, guns all around. S3H and I think torpedoes as well on the back. Nope, just S3Hs. Pair of destroyers, beam destroyers with some hard kill and some missiles. And 1 sprinter. Quiz, rocking a cap fleet. It's got 2 anchor destroyers with defenders and blankets and soft kill on them and beams. It's also got 1 spy frig Pinard and 1, 2, 3 capping missile gun sprinters and 2 nearly naked A-cap sprinters. Sick has TF, what was it, Birch? Ash? I don't remember. I don't know any of the fucking starter fleets on the poster. 2 frigates, 1 with S2s and S2Hs, 1 with S3Hs. 2 with S3Hs. Okay, alright. He's upgraded a little bit. And then 2 spotting Pinard corvettes for situational awareness. OSP's got 1 450 Bulker with missiles on the back. 2 450 Bulker. This is Imperial here with torps on the back and containers. And 2 gun lock shuttles in support. Alright, Puppy from Hell looks to be running his rocket swarm. Oh yeah. 1 rocket, 1 lyrebird, 1 pinpoint on 1 shuttle, paired with 2 rockets and chaff box. And also some maybe AMMs, maybe offensive S1s, I'm not sure. He's got, how many wings are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. He's got 5 wings of these double shuttles camped out all over the map. Very cool to see. Yeah, 10 rocket shuttle build is, you don't really see it anymore. Because it just isn't as adaptive as the multi-mission tugs and the gun shuttles, but it's still pretty good. If played well. We'll see. I think it has a lot of potential on Styx. Styx is a really strong beam map, and it's also really good for rocket shuttles. Bitch fight happening out over Charlie. Some torps out. And looks like 1 shuttle dead. Another shuttle's about to die. The PV's not able to handle the super cork on these. Glonk. Yeah, 2 dead shuttles on the Charlie point. A few more missiles coming in. Gonna be wasted there. Puppy Flying Pool has 1 mass driver bulk freighter. 1 LRT tug. 2 multi-mission tugs, 2 rocket shuttles, rocket and gun amphibious shuttles, 3 of them. Snipes has 2 obelisk bulk freighters with plasma and T-30s, 1 LRT tug, 1 of these defensive shuttles, and then 2 more defensive shuttles up on Charlie that died. Looks like there was a rocket strike out on the delta side of the map. Yeah, into the beam destroyer, which either hard killed or dodged a bunch of rockets. It's gonna kill off 1 of Puppy's. Oh, it's still going. Turn off the beam. Stop the battle short. It's too long. Gonna kill both the Puppy ships headed for Delta. Neither ANS or OSP able to capture that point. Looks like ANS getting up on Charlie. Gonna be able to possibly capture it. There's a lot of ships looking up here though, including the mass driver bulk freighter. Yeah, and all the 100mm. Yeah, no way. That dies extremely fast.
The initial rocket strike on that TT was just entirely missed. Just missed the target.
I see.
It hit the jammer on the roof.
Yeah. Very minimal damage.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Hybrids.
Hybrids out. Oh man, these are some really weavy S2Hs. Yeah, there goes the decoy container clipper. No. Charlie already shaping up to be a graveyard instead of... Oftentimes, we'll see the strong players play fuck games around the side of the map and then eventually go for Charlie, but it looks like both teams just going hard. While also playing a cap war on the edges of the map. Echo's side is going into OSP's favor. One torpedo landed on the 60 and did almost no damage. I'm just continuing a discussion from the lobby. Rockets out. Yeah, more torpedoes. More rockets. Man, a lot of misses. Quiz has gotten really good at dodging the rocket shuttles. That is the issue with the rockets, is that if you're against a really good player, they can dodge. Especially if they've got jumpy, jittery sprinters, and these whip sprinters are certainly that. Puppy able to execute everything on the Echo side of the map. Gonna secure that for OSP. ANS ships up on top. Beams overwatching Charlie, Beams overwatching Delta, and Beams, I think, also overwatching this, like, log-looking rock. What's Chibi up to? He's hanging out over here with his 450 and rail sidearm battleship. I really want to see how this does, because so far it hasn't performed too amazingly. Well, the 450s have been doing really well, but the rail hasn't been adding that much. But if we want rails to be a sidearm and not just a capital hell destroyer device, really need to be seeing... Sorry about that. People upstairs are going nuts. Really need to be seeing that perform well. Setting a couple fires, causing some problems, but this bulk freighter has 12 damage control teams and 8 restores? Okay. Rail's going to be immensely ineffective against that. The 450s, however, going to be ruining the insides of this vessel. Oh. Nice 2 H's slamming into some rocks. Oh, one passes. Blocks the shuttle. I think... Nah, it's probably fine. Hope my sick jams aren't too loud. It's hard to get a good balance. I've swapped around a lot of my audio stuff with the new microphone. Oh yeah, Gemcast discovering the Major's hotfixes, in fact, fixing hotly. Big shout out to the boy for doing a bunch of fixes today and yesterday to issues that popped up on the public test branch. Really nice to have active devs, like super active devs, doing things.
Yes.
And Quiz Beam Destroyer eating a ton of rockets and dying immediately on the middle of the map while trying to pressure Echo. Missiles out. Where are these going? Looks like these are heading for... Oh, that's a lot of S3Hs to go after one piddly little shuttle, which is so pushed up against this rock, these are probably going to stage and slam into the rock. Yeah, they gotta. Oh, they're going after the bulk freighter. Yeah, EO Val. Ooh, puppies! Nah, it's not good enough, though. Big damage to that obelisk.
Minor.
No, that shit's adding up, dude. Right in the middle of the thing, knocking out a gun and dealing some damage to the cannons.
That's true.
Matters. Especially with the 450 in range of firing. Which, actually, I think the 450 is out of range. Oops. Quiz dumped some beams down the field. Getting counter battery, needs to get to cover very quickly. Does not want to take this fight straight on. Oh yeah, this beam's in big trouble.
Beam out.
Just fire and be short and leave. Dragonfly, so I was gonna struggle to get out of the position. By algorithmizing his opponent's Seek has been bringing basically the same fleet every match. He's been in 3, I want to say, at this point. So it is getting a little predictable. 450 rail ships still glonking the opposing 450 bulk freighter. No one's able to grab Charlie just yet. So both teams kind of stagnating on the points lead. OSP does have an advantage because they have had more points for longer thanks to the stall out on the Delta side of the map. Up by 50 points. Oh, we've zoomed to a life pod. Great. Go over here.
Yeah.
That happens from time to time. You double click on something, you mouse over something, and hit the F key, and away you go. Whoa, look at the life pod. Got some command S3Hs. I think these are gonna miss. Cruise command. Oh no, these are TRP'd. Oh my god, I think these are gonna go down the spine of the femur of Dorothea if it gets kept spotted. It has not. It's not being kept spotted. It has dropped out of vision. So these are either going to be going after something else, or they're going to be extremely sad. And I think they're going to be extremely sad. Hybrid command TRP gaming is really fucking awesome. I am a huge fan. But you do have to rely on your teammates to provide locks. Yeah, they lost. I'm gambling. They lost track. We'll see though. Yep, they're passing it without going womp womp. Big rock strike into the mission. Yep. I think. Okay, that's last of the cap control beam destroyers, but Espresso still has a couple, and they're positioned in pretty good spots. Okay, they're covering caps too. They're a little more defensive and a little less pushed up, which means they're going to have more resistance to the rocket shuttles as the rest of the team screens for them, and these just cover the caps. OSP's taking strong control of the lower Echo's side of the map. Yeah, ANS hemorrhaging a lot of ships, actually. Not taking that much out in return. I mean, doing some good damage to the capping vessels. But a lot of these missile strikes have been hard whiffs. Which happens. Styx is actually a pretty hard map to missile on because all the cover's diagonal. And it juts out a little bit in weird angles. So it kind of messes with your brain if you're not super familiar with the map. Quizquiz losing one of the spy frags. I think this might be the last spy frag on the map. Yes, it is. In fact, it was the only spy frag on the map, period. 6 ships are missile vessels. They want to stay out of combat, or out of direct line of sight, I should say. OSP going for the Charlie cap. Can they take it? I'm going to go with no. We got a bunch of S2s coming in. Oh, those are going on a decoy clipper. Damn. That's rough. Very sad. I think they're gonna get this Charlie cap. The shuttle's hiding in the graveyard of his friends. I mean, even command, I think they're gonna slam into the shuttle in front of it. At this angle. Puppy's hanging out at Delta side of the map, ready to cap that point at some point, but Espresso is covering it. Oh yeah, new UI. I haven't mentioned that in 10 seconds. Look at it! Magnificent. Yeah, the color scheme's going to take a little bit of getting used to, because instead of green, yellow, orange, red, it's blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So there's a little more depth to the color scheme. It is going to take a bit to get used to.
Yeah. I noticed something.
What's up?
If you look at the top left, whenever you click on a vessel, it shows you. It's like it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. What do
you mean?
Before.
Oh yeah. The hotkey. Yeah.
Yeah, but before the hotfix, it was just 1 on everything.
Yes, it's another nice little quality of life thing that didn't quite get implemented correctly and got fixed almost immediately. Very nice. I don't know about the sprinter going for Echo Chief. That's right in the middle of the lion's den here.
Made into a rock.
See a fucker. Oh, he dodges a few of them. Not enough. Quite a bit of damage. And the 100mm follow-up is gonna be able to finish it off. Rocket.
Easily.
Damn, it did get the cap. What the hell? Okay. Okay, that's not bad. It's gonna take OSP a little bit of time to get on there and recap. It's a nice 60 seconds there of points. Imperial going for the Delta cap. I don't know about this one, Chief. Yeah, there's, yeah, there it is. See ya. Beam good. Immediately did. Beam Destroyer gonna have to deal with some S2s. I think it's gonna be able to handle that just fine. It's got defenders. Oh, it's also got some AMM support from a friend. No way. Wow,
What?
2 strikes. Missile design is black magic. OSP struggling to get the cap on Echo. Oh no, it's Delta. Right. Switching sides of the map constantly, it's kind of hard to keep that straight. A bit of spin hybrid.
Enemy secured zone eclipse.
Very silly. Seek, I think your missiles are just not good. Or that. I don't think these have enough agility.
I think I think Seek is trying to. Maybe that bug is still there, where if you try to use a cruise command missile, like a direct missile, it doesn't work.
No, because those have been staging.
Oh, no.
Just fine.
The enemy is securing zone
But I have the distinct impression that those missiles don't have enough agility based on that orbit that they just did around that ship.
Well, ANS is handily and OSP is handily.
Yeah, they've got a strong cap advantage. They're only up by about 60 points, and we're not even past the 400 points mark. So that's...
And then
oh my.
ANS is down on fleets.
They're currently getting morale killed.
Yeah.
ANS missile players in shambles. Some torps going into rock. Don't track fire your missiles, kids. Not as bad as it used to be, ironically, but...
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We have a rather large backlog or archive, yeah, of track firing missiles going horribly.
Yeah. There's so many, dude.
Ton of missiles out
save
on the
on
ship
A.
on Alpha, but yeah, they
Yeah.
save like Leopard says.
That's too much.
Yes, but they absolutely had to kill that. They could not afford to be 5
That's
caps
true.
for any amount of time. They'd just immediately fucking lose. I think they're gonna lose anyways. They're running out of ships, they're running out of map presence. Once Quiz is gone, and he's basically gone now, they're gonna be in big trouble. Seek's not really getting anything done with his missiles, and he's running very low on missiles. So that's another fleet that's just not participating. Chibi's like a backline, well, more of a midline, I guess, because it's a battleship. Support, you know, it can like do the dance and take some shots, but it really wants to be dishing out damage is on things as far away as possible. And Espresso has this like weird frontline fleet that's half destroyers, half voxel, and they've been forced to play it as like an anti-cap fleet. because of what happened to Quiz's beam destroyers. So Anus doesn't really have the push capacity, which is a problem because they're down 4-1 on caps and down by 150 points on score. And both of these things are, you really need to be able to push forward and kill shit to get out of that situation, and they don't have that capacity. And 3 voxels versus a bulk freighter, very impressive, very dangerous. 1 voxel versus a bulk freighter, extremely sad. Morris 3H is going into rocks. Oh man, Steve's been having a rough fucking day, man.
Poor Timmy.
And maybe. Oh
sad,
boy.
because Sycamore is very cool fleet.
Just hard to use.
Oh yeah, it is.
Unfortunately not using it very well.
Really tried to use it for a while, the normal one. Then I did change one to. It's really fun. So there is that. It's a challenge.
Cruise is what we refer to as heaven-based. It is the best. It is the only legal game mode.
DEFCON, yeah.
I need to get that soundbite again. And just throw it out anytime anyone does anything cool missile-wise. I'm sure that wouldn't get annoying immediately.
Don't do it too much. Yeah.
No, just every single missile launch. Scout Wars launching 4 missiles. Pull the trigger. AMMs come out. Pull the trigger.
Get an AI to do it.
At the Conquest S5H, when that launches, just play the sound.
I thought that was
How
the
come I
sprinter.
can't? Well, yeah. Just strap a fucking bomb to a sprinter. Or the hybrid.
I think Puppy's gonna go for the rocket run, yeah, on the battleship. I don't think it's gonna do anything unless he position fires, which he might. But in my experience, when you hose a battleship with rockets,
He doesn't have radar on that corner. Look.
Oh shit.
yeah, but at this range, they can see each other on visual, even through the rocks. If he's going for the delta point, I'm sure there's stuff going on the other part of the map. Yeah, there's a little bit of boxing going on around Charlie and around the backline, Alpha Echo line. But I want to watch this battleship die to rockets because we never get to see that anymore. I think the last time I actually saw a battleship die to rockets was that time on Sailor. I dumpstered some poor random blue. I felt fucking terrible about it. I was like, hey, here's 6 rocket shuttles. Dude immediately quit.
Oh.
Just a proper welcoming to Neb, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Puppy sees it. He's sighting up. He's got the jammer going.
Point range.
He's got the battleship locked. He's getting the angle. Pause fire it. Pause fire it. Come on. Oh no, the battleship's on weapons hold. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, these are pause fired. Maybe not actually. No, they're tracked. Damn.
No.
That means they're mostly gonna get hard killed and they're gonna get spread around and deal
No damage.
no damage. The armor's nice
Black
and fucked up.
faced.
Oh, there's a little bit of damage right in the command stack. But yeah, it's just
That shuttle got smacked point blank with 450.
yeah. So the thing about nose on 450 into shuttles is it just fucking destroys them.
Yes. Yeah.
There's
At
enough
this range, you
heat
literally
diffuse.
cannot dodge. And yeah,
450
that
Fuses
happens.
in the engine block and everything dies.
Papa
Yes.
bless. Explosives
actually
in the
detonate.
mailbox.
If it detonates, the shuttle just crumbles.
The funny thing is, yeah, I was just about to mention this, Pi, is that the shuttles have zoned the battleship off of Delta. It threw itself into reverse to get away from the shuttles. I think it's now moving back onto the Delta point, but this thing is slow and fat. It's got a whip, it's got a dragonfly, it's got no raiders. So its LT is in shambles. It's going to take a little bit to get reoriented and get back onto the delta point. Killed both shuttles though with 415 rails.
Flying Fool has a tug by Alpha, but it's not moving.
Yeah, I think he's concerned about getting missiled in the face. Biding his time, waiting for the moment.
He can get missiled anyway.
Might be trying to pretend to be dead. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's a cutesy wootsy trick you can do if you're nearish a graveyard. Bonk. Imperial, I think his structure broken. Yeah.
You're busy fighting a destroyer with a line ship.
No, but he's eating a bunch of torpedoes into the middle. Oh yeah, he was fighting a destroyer with a line ship. And now he's eating a bunch of missiles amid ships, and it's just ruining his everything. Yeah, I'm not sure how the structure broken icon works, but considering where those missiles hit and that they were dealing damage to literally the entire ship, including like they hit right in the middle and they were doing damage to the rear end and the front end, that's a structure break.
Not on, but yeah.
Alright, let's go look at a ship that's definitely not structured. Okay, it's the same icon. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gray. It would probably turn red if it was.
Yeah, that's how most of them work.
Maybe. Well, maybe that detection isn't functioning. Because that behavior was that of a structure broken vessel. It might be a desync problem, like it works locally but doesn't work for UI desync that doesn't work for spectator. Well, anybody else in multiplayer that's not on the local machine. So I know we were having a lot of issues with that when we were implementing custom UI mechanics in the Halo mod, with things like working just fine locally but not transmitting across the network.
Right.
So I could definitely see that happening.
The tug has moved on to Alpha.
The enemy secured zone dagger.
Voxel valiantly dying on Charlie. And I think, yeah, Tug moving on to Alpha because he's pretty sure that these ships are out of missiles, which is fairly correct, presumably. ANS has good control on Delta, but it's too late. Their fleet's in shambles. The game is over. The game was over probably 5 minutes ago. But we've been watching the fights and enjoying the violence.
The enemy secured zone.
I'm gonna cut to the after action report. See you in a second. Hello, and welcome to the after action report.
Hello, gamers.
Greetings, welcome back. Okay, so two very important things we need to talk about before we launch into this. Quiz. You need to battle short less. Be shorting for way too long and it's fucking your beams. Espresso or Indigo, whatever you're wanting to go by, you need to be short more. It's you're not battle shorting enough, and so you're not dealing out good damage on the big targets. There's like this bell curve of be short time. You gotta really blast the big shit and kind of feather the small stuff.
Beam health is beam ammo.
And let's discuss the game.
So I just want to point out that Hunter said I was right.
I did see that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean about rockets. That's true.
So I think he admits that you have the moral high ground in all conversations that y'all have going forward.
No.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
That's what I heard.
I mean, I think that the rocket launcher price changes should happen. So, the launchers are cheaper, but the rockets are more expensive.
I think they did.
Yeah, that
No.
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what you're saying is we need to go back.
A full launcher is cheaper than it was before now, and I think that's good.
By a couple
Just
points.
step in the right direction.
Wait, is it
We should go
seriously?
further. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
shuttles
The
are already
launchers
expensive.
got more expensive.
If bulk freighters are expensive. So what if
No, it
rockets
should have gone
and
the other
rocket
way.
launchers were just free?
Yeah.
But what, like 4 points per rocket instead, and like a
Oh,
launcher?
I see. The RL-18 is the same price as the RL-36 now.
Yep.
Oh.
That's still, I don't know. Yeah, making the, I guess that makes sense. Whatever.
Make the launcher free. That's a good idea, honestly.
I hadn't realized that it happened. I'd forgotten.
Rocket turrets are semi-active turrets.
Man, imposter tester over here doesn't even know what the changes are. Unbelievable.
So, was the damage on this battleship from my rocket strike or from something else?
Something else. The rocket strike did a little bit of damage to the middle, but because
they spread out too much.
They spread out, yeah. So they plasma splash the starboard side okay-ish, and a lot of stuff got hard killed, and that was it.
Yeah, needed to pause fire that.
I actually think you need like 4 rocket shuttles to do anything to a battleship, and that's kind of wasteful at that point.
Yeah, I mean it was an end of gameplay.
Right, yeah. Right.
It's a casual encounter.
It did zone them off a delta.
Yeah, that was good enough.
Which was
for
pretty
me.
funny.
No, I didn't want to get too close to the other shuttles that were gonna bloom. I was trying to keep my distance from those. There were a lot of corpses.
Makes sense.
I was very wary of blooms.
I think one bloomed on your way in too.
Yeah, that too. I called it.
Very silly.
I honestly don't. This was just my first time in a very long time playing OSP, so I'm just trying to look back at what I could have done better.
Well, it's always weird playing a fleet that isn't yours too. So that's just automatically kind of handicapping you.
It's gonna be standard in Conquest.
It is.
Gentry posting.
Suffer. The bulk freighters were usually in the worst possible spot. So it was mostly positional issues, which is both the hardest and most important part of Nebulous. So it's understandable that you were having issues since you haven't played in a while. You've been modding and testing and just busy with life stuff. But your bulkers were usually getting shot from multiple angles while not effectively engaging what they needed to fight. You also had one bulk freighter, I think it was the Minhirath, that just took a fight 1v1 versus a 450 battleship, and you really, really, really don't want to do that. The bulkers just lose that fight.
I got shot with 450 HE most of the time.
But you have a very pretty paint job and emblem.
You do.
That's where you go.
Yes.
So I promote Imperial to winner of that match.
Yay!
We're silly. That's the end of that match. Looks like we might be slowing down here. Oh, maybe not. Cummings here. Okay, cool. Let's go, baby. Another 12-hour gaming session off the back of a 12-hour shift. Oh, yeah. This is good for my sanity. Whatever, that's fine. This is very fun. I love this game. And I tolerate most of you. Most of you. Not all of you, but most of you. If you want to continue to be tolerated, which is easily the worst way to phrase that, I have a Discord. Come on down, hang out, play games with us. We welcome people of all levels. As you see here, Imperial's extremely inexperienced and not all that good at the game, but it's fine because he's a team player. He listens, he adapts, and he grows. We've had quite a few people out here, like Espresso is a pretty new player that has been learning, and we've even had some people with a lot of experience that aren't all that good, and that's fine. That is fine. So if you want to learn, if you want to game, come on down. We do these every Saturday. Well, almost every Saturday. Every so often I take a break. It's pretty rare, though. It's, I think, like 5 a year, 6 a year that I take a break. But it's kind of sad. Oh well. We also play a lot during the week. Pickup games. A lot of pings. If you want to play Nebulous, this is a really good spot for it. I'll see you in the battle space, dear viewer. Good night.